Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
Chernobyl has a rich and dark history. If you're unfamiliar with the tale, back in 1986, a nuclear plant in Chernobyl, Pripyat, exploded. The resulting catastrophe is considered one of the worst in human history. It has not been until very recently, in fact, that people have been legally allowed back to the area. Radiation levels have always been so high that everyone who does visit the area is required to carry a Geiger counter and not to stay for extended periods of time due to the very real threat of radiation poisoning. So aside from the occasional horror movie or history documentary on the area, it's super unlikely any of us are going to be visiting anytime soon. Cue Chernobyl VR Project. The project's goal has been to shed light on the true history of Chernobyl and actually allow you to virtually visit the many different locales of the area in an educational fashion. That is mixed with some actual gameplay, although I use that term very loosely. Keegan and myself are quite big fans of history, and especially the history of tragic events. Both of us are super unlikely to ever go to Russia, let alone Chernobyl. So to be able to do so from the comfort of my own home is truly a pleasure. The actual quality of the video sections involving the documentary-style interviews with important members of the community and an actual guide of the area are not particularly high clarity, a problem that 360 VR video has always had. I would say it's a little bit more fuzzy than some of those other similar titles like Virtual Orchestra or Control. It doesn't take any of the information away, and it's not off-putting enough to avoid, but don't expect anything mind-blowing clarity-wise. Probably the most annoying aspect of the game is that the translations are all done by a guy with a heavy Russian accent speaking in English, whilst the Russian audio is still playing in the background at a relatively high volume. This makes things a little bit messy on the audio front, and you really have to be paying attention sometimes to make out what the conversation is that's being said.
About the radioactive explosion. They were sent to extinguish the regular fire. They were young boys. One of them, Volodymyr Pravnik, 24 years old, died. He died tragically.
Is the game fun? Not particularly. Is it educational? Yeah, in spades. If you view it as an interactive documentary about Chernobyl with the occasional mixture of self-exploration thrown in between all the video footage and storytelling, you're about right on the money. I love the idea of these experiences. I had a great time with Apollo 11, and this is similar in tone, even starting out with news footage of the event in much the same way Apollo 11 did. Is it worth your $13? Well, maybe. It really depends on what you're looking for. There is no real game here, just an intense interactive documentary on one of the biggest tragedies of the 21st century. If that sounds like an interesting idea to you, go ahead and pick it up. If that sounds like school, maybe move on to the next title and give this one a pass or wait for a sale. Thanks for watching.
Let's go further to see another parts of the Duga 2.
It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level.